Hey, what's going on, guys? Relic here, bringing you a 1v1 tournament gameplay right now, first round on Freight. And coming from a previous video, I did a 1v1 on Warhawk, and I told you some tips. Some a little about Warhawk and some about doing 1v1s in general. So I decided to do Freight 1v1 tips. Like, it's just how to kind of play Freight. I mean, there's not a lot, but, just anything to help you guys out. So to get started, you see what I'm doing here? I pushed up white. And you could use the marathon class perk and the agility, and if you can just like sprint across with that fast class, and like just make sure he's not crossing over the train tracks at all. But you gotta be a little wary because he could come through the middle or the white building on the right side. That's just one tip like on Freight you can try to do on defense at least. And defense you don't have to be aggressive. But, being aggressive could help you on defense just because I don't think your opponent would expect it as much as they would on offense. But, you gotta switch it up because you can't just, like, do the same thing over and over and over and over again because your opponent will catch on and will try to counteract it. But on Freight, it's basically getting into spots where you have the advantage over your enemy. Like you have that point of view where you can see if your opponent crosses, unless he goes underground. Well, you'll obviously know because you'll hear the gate open. So basically, you just try to get the spots. Like I got this pretty nice spot. You actually could sit there. Don't try to go up train because they could be somewhere. I mean, you could go up train if they are in that red building. They would not expect you to jump on and be behind them because you'll be right behind them. They won't see you jump over if they are in that red warehouse. So I mean, if your opponent is pushing red a lot, that's a good spot to go in. You get there fast. Another thing, you're gonna see me later in this video. Try, like I said in my Warhawk video, adjust to your opponent because this guy he does it very well. Later on, you'll see it. You will see it in the video. So if your opponent is playing really aggressive like I was in the beginning, just sit in those crossing spots. You sit in those crossing spots, you will see him cross over, and that's your attempt to catch him off guard. Unless he sees you, then you kind of just have to have that gun skill. So you see me get this 5-1 lead, but it will not stay this 5-1 lead, I tell you that. So another thing on Freight, there's spots I should tell you. I mean, I don't really show you in the video, but fire building next to the red, if you can like close that door and just watch the white train tracks, because I know a lot of people will try to push there, but some will go through red. So what you could do as you're closing that door, you can just like watch they cross over. That's basically some of the things, just to really get to spots in this map. I probably will come up with a video showing you the spots. I just want to get this out here because I want to get some other videos on my channel. Another thing, like I said before, play smart. Don't be challenging your opponent straight up. Don't, unless you really are confident. Like I was confident 5-1. I should have challenged. I mean, I didn't really challenge, but I kind of just played it a little smart because I assumed like there's like 20 seconds left. He's gonna have to go for a plant somewhere. So he's probably going B right now, but he wasn't. He was chasing me the whole time. So he played aggressively more. That's pretty much it. Not really much. Oh, stun checks. Like I said, stun checks on Warhawk. You really can do it on Freight, except like maybe like you see me run across to the red train tracks. You can throw it over to the red warehouse. But I mean, sometimes you will get hit marker, sometimes you won't. One big thing: listen for the doors. Listen for them. If you can hear him close a door, you have that advantage. Because you hear that door close, he's either gonna be in that building or the building next to it. Because I know you close a fire door, he could be in that fire building and he could go to Owens. So you kind of just narrowed it down where he could be. But if he closes red, he's in that red warehouse. He has to, because unless he closes it and just like runs around another way. So not much here on Freight just to get the spots. So you can try to stun check, you can get stuns and try to throw it to the crossing areas. That pretty much wraps it up. Nothing much else. You know, you get the stun checks. And you're gonna notice him playing fairly. I'm gonna be playing fairly aggressive, and then it's gonna get like really right down to the wire in this gameplay. So I had to kind of like adjust to him as he adjusted to me, kind of way. Because you see, he's just sitting back. He knows I'm pushing up. And since it was 5-5, you really honestly gotta stay in that mental state where you're not rattled. You cannot be rattled in playing this, because your opponent will take advantage of it and he will get the win. So what I try to do here, I try to just, you know what, he played passive. I'm a fight fire with fire. I'm just gonna sit here, wait for him. I committed to a bomb because he never really pushed A. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna try to go B because he never really went to A. Why would he? He would think I'm watching it because I pushed up or something. So I mean, I'm afraid you on Warhawk I said don't commit to a bomb, go middle. Yeah, it's right sometimes, but here on Freight you can really narrow things down a lot. So that's just it, guys. You know, stun checks don't really work, but you can try them, get some certain spots. Be aggressive, but don't be too aggressive because your opponent will catch on. Just keep up your mental state. Don't be too rattled, and you'll be fine on 1v1s. And that's it for today, guys. Relic here. I'm out.